So I wonder about, you might, if you had, you might not have remembered, although I have very early memories. I have memories from 2 or 3 years old, but, and some of them from a preschool class I was in. So I'm wondering about kids who are, some might say, oh, kindergarten, of course, in today's lens, of course you should be, um, more aware of uh, people feeling left out, possibly your class being inequitable. Kids are going to feel that more. But of course, we know that kids sort of recognize difference and can feel these things very early. So I wonder what you say to teachers who say, "Oh God, gosh, but my kids, it's preschool, it's they're toddlers.
Mhm.
Um, we don't need to talk about difference. That'll just create differences." I just wonder what you say to those folks.
Yeah, I've actually had that question quite a bit. And I tell them if you spend time with those children, they let you know justice and fairness are top of mind for them. I don't know if you've ever been in a room of toddlers. They will tell you what is fair and not fair. I taught 2 year olds and they don't miss a beat. If you have one more than I have, I'm going to notice that. And they know when, why did she get to go in that area and I'm still over here? They'll come and ask you those things. So children very early on have a sense of what is fair in the world and what is just and how do you make things right. So for folks who shy away from that conversation, I say, yes, but if you listen to the children, they're telling you they're ready for these kinds of conversations. And they may not know the word race, but they do know differences. They do know justice. They have a sense of that. And when it comes to race, if you want to be explicit in that, right, talk about race with young children, part of that is being prepared for that conversation. I remember getting ready to be, when I was a classroom teacher, getting ready for children to ask me why my skin was darker than theirs, right? Getting ready for children who said, why is your skin not as dark as mine? Sort of prepping yourself for there are questions that come up for children, and I want to be ready to have that conversation with them, not shy away and say, oh no, we're all the same, we all have skin and mine's just a little brown, and then you gloss over that conversation because that presents itself in their own curiosity. They're almost opening the door for you, saying, come on in and let's talk about what makes us different. And that conversation about the question of skin color or whatever the difference might be, that's when you start to make inroads on, oh, I'm going to come here and I'm going to talk about this with them and gauge how they're responding to what you're sharing with them. And you say, was that too much? Or can they take a little more? So you do this dance of really following the children's lead when it comes to those conversations. Now, when it comes to babies, I know folks who say, they're babies. They don't know anything about that. Yes, but this is what we know about babies, right? They're so brilliant that they, even though they can't tell you, they can show you that they're noticing differences between people. And so, even then, we shouldn't dismiss what babies are capable of. We embrace that and we expose them to all sorts of people and languages, just like we would do on any other content area that we're working on, because that's their formation of the foundation of what's to come for them.